Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Habs Tonight post-game show. Shaner and myself, Drew. Man, it's been a long time. I wish we could have started the season off on a better note, but you know what, buddy? It's just good to be back on live here. This is a cool thing. Just jumping back on after all the success the team had last year. So Habs-ativity tonight going to be a common theme when it's hard to do because we know that
we need it. We need that Habs-ativity, right?
Yeah, we need it, man. So and you know what? Like, it's been a whirlwind. Like, Nick and Brandon mentioned it on the pregame show even earlier. Just getting back into it has been like 2 months since we've had these shows going on. So, for the first time, we are streaming live on Twitter. So you can catch us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and welcome everybody who's a first-time viewer to the Habs Tonight show. Dale Weiss, of course, leading this squad. A lot of you guys that are regulars know that already, but if you're new, welcome. And we'll get right to it with the Leafs and Habs tonight. A lot of injuries to both teams' key players, of course, but we got to start with a feel-good story. It's pretty easy to do, and we're going to hear from Jonathan Drouin shortly in the media. So Anik is going to translate from French to English for us as best she can. Well, you both speak French. I don't. Not even going to pretend, but yeah, we're going to hear from Jonathan Drouin. A great way, Shaner, though, to open the season. I will say that if there's one huge positive to take from this game, it was how it started.
Amazing. Wow. Look at that smile. Doesn't it make you feel good? Like, so heartwarming. Sure. I mean, like, there's no better way to write this. Like, the first game of the season against Toronto, bam, Drouin gets the first one. And I think it's going to do a lot of good for him as well. Like, obviously it's good for the team, but like for him, get the first goal out of the way, right? You know, Drouin is more of like a playmaker, passer type of guy. And if he doesn't get a good, like, even if it's a greasy goal, right? If he doesn't get a goal early, might follow him for the rest of for a good while. But he got it out of the way first game, and a beauty too. It was a nice play by Anderson. That second line is something else. I really like those three there: Dvorak, Drouin, Anderson. I think it's gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah, I think it's the one sure line that's going to stay together. I know that we have the Toffoli, Caulfield, and Suzuki line, which did look very good in the early going. Caulfield had a couple early chances. He was silky smooth on a couple of plays there. But the Dvorak, Anderson, and Drouin line, I think that's going to be a staple for the season. I think we're all pretty sure of that, no?
Easily. I mean, unless something happens, right? The 82 game season, finally. So we don't know anything can happen. But right now, it's like even in preseason, they look so strong. They're together on the power play as well. I think there's no separating them at this point. They're too good. Chemistry's there for sure.
Yeah, and it doesn't hurt that. I mean, it was such a cool moment. There was like people on Sportsnet were like emotional and stuff watching it and stuff, and just for mental health, what that goal means, right? Like that's a real big storyline. I feel for that goal by Jonathan Drouin.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, his story, right? We saw what's going on with Price right now. We don't know if Drouin's story helped him or not. We assume he did, but like we know that Drouin has helped many other people from all over, right? This is a common issue, unfortunately, and to see a guy like him battle, be open about it, and then come back and do that, you can't ask for better, really. That's awesome.
Yeah, like he had his head down, just like kind of nodding, like, okay,
that's it.
Like I'm back. That was a special moment for Drouin, man. I mean, and Josh Anderson, like they're roommates too. They're not only
that's it.
They're not only line mates, they're roommates. Like they're really good buddies, right? So that was special for both of them, I'm sure.
Yeah, and Dvorak, I mean, he just came in there. He already knew Anderson coming in because they played together with the London Knights. But the chemistry just set in so quick, and in every interview with Drouin or one of the guys, when they're asked about each other, they always say like, "Yes, I mean, it's so easy." That's the recurring word, is like it's easy with those guys. They make it easy. So yeah, I'm excited about that second line, man. It's something. It's something.
Yeah, and Devo looks pretty reliable in the face-off circle too. What would you have for him for face-offs tonight?
54% for Dvorak, which
Beautiful.
I mean, if you compare him to the other centers, Suzuki was at 41 and Jake Evans was at 25. So Dvorak is really that guy you want for the faceoffs. We saw him even like on one of the power plays, the first unit was on for like 10 seconds, and then there was a face-off, and they put in Dvorak, and he won that face-off, right? So it's things like that we'll get to see from him throughout the season. He's reliable offensively, defensively. Another guy that stood out too is Mathieu Perreault. I see Cédric Paquette didn't take a single face-off tonight. Mathieu Perreault took them, and he won all of them. He's 100% tonight. So that's another guy you could use. He's a winger, but slot him in at center sometimes for face-offs, whatnot. But Dvorak, I really enjoyed his game. 19 minutes, 3 shots, 3 hits, 3 blocks. Yeah, can't ask for more.
3-3. Yeah. And it's funny you mentioned Perreault there. Like, if I said I noticed that he was taking the faceoffs and Paquette wasn't, I'd be lying. So I didn't even know that.
No, I didn't notice as well. I just saw this. Like, Paquette has 0. He didn't take a single faceoff. It was all it was all Mathieu Perreault. Unless Paquette took some faceoffs and lost them, but
yeah.
No, I remember seeing Perreault taking a few, and he won all of them.
Beautiful. Well, we'll get to the power play momentarily because it was a big issue for us tonight. Clearly missing Mike Hoffman, big time. But before we even get to that, a couple things I want to mention is that, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, the ticker's there. If you guys want to come on the show tonight and chat about the game, it doesn't matter if you're a Leaf or Habs fan, a hockey fan in general, email us live@habstonight.com to come on the show. We would love to see first-time callers. I'm sure we might possibly see some of our regulars on, which is more than welcome too. But if you're a new first-time caller, come on, join it. It's fun to chat on video with us. If you just want to do audio because you're more comfortable doing that, then do it. We'll still gladly have you on to talk about the game. Pierre, is it Pierre or Peter Engvall? I keep screwing that up because I'm
Pierre.
Okay. It's Pierre. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
But Engvall's goal was a beauty on the power play.
Was nice.
Just that sort of decoy that he used, the fake shot there, and then just if you really saw the angle on the replay too, I mean, he just snuck it at the perfect angle, short side on Jake Allen. That was a beautiful goal, I thought.
Yeah, I mean, special units in general were our downfall tonight. Really, the penalty kill, we let in a power play goal, but the penalties themselves are what changed the momentum, right? The first Chirot penalty kind of, back to even, because we started off the game on top of them. We were dominating, but then the Chirot penalty, back to even. And then Romanov's penalty, Toronto took the advantage and they scored on that one. And yeah, like you said, Engvall's goal was, can't do much about that, right? A bunch of people were in front of the net. I know good old Nick Ritchie was blocking the entire net. Can't blame Jake on that. You can't really blame many people. Just a nice goal, and same with Nylander. It wasn't power play, but still sick shot. I mean, you can't do anything about that. It's a major league shot. Very few goalies can save that, really, and I mean, it's an unfortunate play how it developed, but it's just hockey play, right?
Things the Nylander goal.
Yeah.
The Nylander goal, they let him walk right in. He came off the bench. I think Marner actually went off. Nylander comes on, just walks right in, and he put it like right up here over Jake Allen. Is a beautiful shot from Nylander. Can't lie to you folks. I have him in one of my hockey pools, but that doesn't matter right now. So I also I think I picked Jonathan Drouin for the Tim Hortons hockey goal tonight too. So that felt really good. Felt really good. For those that are joining right now, tuning in, welcome to the show again. We just mentioned the ticker. Yes, Dvorak, we definitely need to clean things up defensively tomorrow. That is a direct quote from Dvorak. Thank you, Nick, for watching the press conference in the green room. She's doing that, translating some press conference material from the French-speaking Canadians, including the coach maybe too. So welcome to you guys just joining. And as we just mentioned briefly, if you want to come on the show tonight, email us live@habstonight.com. I want to go to looks like our first caller. We're going to bring him on right away, and that's a guy that came on last season, Anton. Cool. What's going on, buddy? How are you?
Oh,
can't hear you, Anton. You got your mic on? Can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
There we are. There he is.
Yeah.
Anton, what's going on? Buddy, you got a new setup there. You got a headset going, you got lighting. You
lost the beard too.
Yeah. Laptop. Beard. Laptops and needs to be repaired, so I'm on the universal family computer.
Beautiful, buddy. Welcome to the show, man. Good to see you this season for the first time. What's your thoughts on tonight?
I think on the positive, I think Allen showed he can stand on his own. That
very
he
good
can
game.
fill in for emergencies when Price is not around. And I did get a little emotional when I saw Jonathan Drouin smile after he got his first goal for his first game back.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I think that we could be looking at a very good season for Jonathan Drouin if you want to be optimistic. If it's too soon to be optimistic, I don't know.
Not at all.
Never
Not
is.
at all.
Never is.
After a loss, we need optimism. Of course we do,
Okay.
Anton. Appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Any other thoughts on the game besides the Drouin goal?
I didn't like the penalty at the end.
To Josh Anderson?
No.
Yeah, no one did.
No.
It was preseason call. No, not good.
Yeah, I didn't like it either. I mean, he's coming in. Gallagher has two guys that are giving him, you shoving him and starting a scrum after the whistle. And of course, Gallagher's the target. And then Anderson just comes in to even it up, but he gets taken out of it. I hated that call. Yeah.
It's the type of situation where, like, okay, either both guys go or no one, really, because there's no like clear, okay, tripping. There's no cross check. There's nothing. It's just a scuffle. And then you just take one guy out. That doesn't make any sense. You know, you don't have any justification for that. You can't say, oh yeah, Anderson punched him. No, nobody punched each other. They just kind of hugged him, you know.
That's what I mean. He came in and he just came in and wrapped his arm around the guy. He didn't throw a punch. He didn't nothing. Like,
terrible call. And at a time like that too, it's, you know, it's the end of the game. It's a 1-goal game. And now we go on a penalty kill for no reason, really. It was ridiculous. And another thing that stood out for me is like the number of times that I've heard league officials and referees talk about, okay, we're gonna call every cross check this year. And Caulfield just got hammered. He got hammered. Nothing. And throughout the game too, little cross checks didn't get called. So it's really, I guess, the refs need to get into regular season mode here too. I mean, we hate chirping the refs, but like they do play a big part of the game here. It's a 1-goal game, and you give us a shit penalty, really. That changes the game. It changes the game. So well said, Anton. Really.
I mean, our power play does need to be better too, though.
Yeah, for sure. We had our opportunities. Leafs had 4 penalties. We had 3, right? So we can't say that, okay, yeah, Leafs had more penalties than us. They did have more penalties, but like that means we should be scoring more. And you know, they took advantage of one of their 3 at power play. So we have no excuse for that one. But that late call at the end was questionable, no doubt.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts, Anton, before we move on?
No, I'm good.
Predictions for tomorrow?
But right back at it tomorrow night.
Buffalo.
We got to beat Buffalo. If we can't beat Buffalo without Jack Eichel, then we're in trouble for the season. I mean, I expect them to beat Buffalo with no Jack Eichel.
Yeah.
And no Sam Reinhart, no Ristolainen. I mean, like, you know, there's a few very key players out of their lineup. Yeah. Some permanently and another soon to be permanently, it sounds like. So, all right. Thanks, Anton, for coming on, buddy. Appreciate it. Good to lead off the season with you.
Okay. Thanks.
Take care, man.
Anton, first caller. Quote from Dom Ducharme when asked about Anderson. It is what it is. There was also a quote just before that too about how the Habs lost their momentum on the first penalty kill, and that's what. And there's a quote right there, and you notice that, Shaner. Like, I mean, you know what I think was happening there was the team was riding high.
That's it.
On the adrenaline of Jonathan Drouin's goal, and then Romy got too aggressive around Jake Allen, and then he just like on the third check, they called Romy, and I think that that was a penalty in my mind.
Yeah, you had to call that. Like you can't dispute any of the first 2 calls, really. Like the Chirot, that was a penalty. Romanov, that was a penalty. I do like the idea behind Romanov's play though, because like the guy's going towards the net, you want to get him away. That's the defenseman's job. But like it's as if Romy's too strong for his own good. Like he just hammered the guy, and the guy did fall pretty easily, but you still have to call that. Like that's still interference, but it definitely changed the rest of the game. They scored on that. Not only that, but like changed momentum completely. So
Yeah,
it's this game was like a learning game. That's how I put it, right? You go against a good team right off the bat. There's plenty of situations to learn from, including for Romanov there. Tomorrow against Buffalo is I think a good follow-up, because you play arguably the worst team in the league, right? Again, you can't come in with confidence. You still have to know, okay, this is an NHL team, but I think it's a good way to bounce back from a bad loss, and one day apart too. I think the schedule does help.
Yeah, the schedule helps for sure. And I was supposed to be at that game tomorrow.
but
Damn. You know, COVID rules are just about now. We did get an update today that COVID rules for the border are about to be dropped early in November. We'll get to this Ducharme quote in a second here, which is also good context. But early November, Shaner, it sounds like they're going to be dropping the restrictions for Canadians to go over to the States. So I think it's November 24th or somewhere in there. Buffalo or Montreal's in Buffalo again. So my dad and I will plan to be there. But and we'll also get to the Habs Tonight team, by the way. 4 out of the 8 of us, you included. You
yes, I am. Yes, I am.
You're going to be at the home opener this Saturday. The Habs Tonight team is going to be going live from the Bell Center as best as we possibly can with Nick, Shane, Steffi, James. Just going to be an awesome night on Saturday. Be sure to tune in for that episode. But Dom Ducharme, the boys take care of each other. Everyone was supporting him, seeing him score first. Everyone was thrilled for him. Obviously, again, referring to Jonathan Drouin. We've touched a lot on Drouin, but I mean, I love that line as you do, Shane, and it's going to be fun to watch. And another quote here coming in: I didn't like our pace or intensity on the power play. It definitely looked like the power play was a new power play. It was.
Yeah.
Right?
That's it. I mean, Burrows still has some work to do, but I'm confident that we have the pieces to work. Really, our offensive power is nothing I've ever seen really since I've been a fan. Like, so many guys can put the puck in and make plays, and tonight we're just we're still learning. We're still learning. Okay, I know where you're gonna go. I know where you're gonna go, but yeah, I like what Ducharme said there. The pace was off, and it really was it didn't seem like they wanted it. It's just weird. It was slow, not really flowing well. It's definitely another thing we can learn from. But yeah, Burrows still has some work to do for sure. And then, like you said earlier, Hoffman coming back, that's going to be a key piece there for the one-timer.
Very key. It was very clear tonight that he was missed.
Yeah. So can't wait to see what he does.
Yeah, no doubt. And also, if you notice, the first power play unit didn't have anything going, but as soon as the second power play unit, all of a sudden there was energy, there was puck movement. Yeah. I don't know if you noticed that too, when Dvorak's power play unit came out, and all of a sudden the Habs were getting chances. So do you think Ducharme's going to play with the power play and maybe, have some interchangeable parts? Because it was only the right-handed shots on the first unit, which is okay, but it just seemed like something was off there.
Yeah. For now, I wouldn't really move guys around. I saw that Drouin and Galley were kind of switching here and there. I would keep Galley with the Toffoli power play, and then Drouin keep him with his line mates. I think that's just logical, but I do agree that the second unit did well. I did like what Chris Weidman did for the power play. I think he handled the puck pretty well, had some nice shots there. Again, still more to learn, like everyone really, but no, that second unit did better than the first, no doubt. I think both still need to learn some things.
Yeah. I want to touch on this too. And as Dom Ducharme says, we get a 5-on-3 Shaner, and that was the opportunity to get, you have to bury, it's something gets in your head on a 5-on-3, man. I don't know. It just, the pressure mounts, I think, for a team that's on a 5-on-3.
That's it. As soon as it happened, I'm like, okay, this is the turning point. This is going to decide what happens for the rest of the game. And it did. We weren't able to do anything really. Nothing happened on that 5-on-3. And usually, you actually get some good chances. Okay, maybe the goalie does some nice saves, but we did nothing. So Toronto ran away with that game. That's something definitely. You need to do something at least. Create opportunities. Just nothing. There was nothing. We kept losing the puck. No, it was sad to see, really.
Yeah.
But hey, first game of the season, it's okay.
Okay. I'm going to shake this one off real quick, especially. Both teams missing key players. Austin Matthews on the other side, Mikheyev, Mitch Marner ended up making it into the game. I didn't really notice him too much tonight. He wasn't able to get much going, but he was probably had a bit of a nagging injury. So we obviously have Edmondson, Hoffman, Paul Byron's in, like a long-term one, but who else? I mean, obviously Carey, but Hoffman, Edmondson are probably the biggest ones for me.
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to think if I'm drawing a blank on somebody else, but I think with Ryan Poehling going down to Laval, that was like a really late cut today. But anyway, that's another story. So we'll get this Dvorak quote. Felt like we had some good stretches in each period, but just didn't play a full 60. And I would have to agree with that. So that's at least the guys are aware. I mean, after this, I'm glad that they're going to learn from this game, Shaner. And then like Anton said, I mean, my goodness, if we can't beat Buffalo tomorrow, sorry to say it, Buffalo, but my goodness, we got to win that game tomorrow.
It's no doubt. I mean, we have a mostly healthy team. We see that Jake Allen can more than handle himself, right? He was fantastic tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, this game should not have been 2-1. Like, if you look back just at the score, 2-1, wow, that's still pretty good. We kept the Leafs at a 1-goal game. They dominated us, right? Jake Allen saved us. So tomorrow, if we can't beat Buffalo, there's a big problem. I mean, who even is their goalie? I think who is Buffalo's goalie?
They didn't get Carter Hutton, did they? No, forgive me. Like, I'm trying to think, because Allmark went to Boston.
Yeah,
so we knew that. But I thought for some reason Carter Hutton came to Buffalo. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
Send it in the comments. Who's
you guys are watching?
Goalie,
send us help us out here.
We don't even know. I mean, we don't even know. So that's one thing. Like Craig Anderson.
Oh yeah, Craig Anderson. Thank you.
Craig Anderson.
Martin Bernier. Thank you.
Okay, Craig Anderson in his prime was good, but like, come on, if we can't seriously, we can't beat Craig Anderson. Yeah. Oh boy, Tokarski. That's true. That's the Tokarski. Habs legend.
Is in Buffalo.
Habs legend. Yeah, that's true. That's the tandem. Tokarski and Craig Anderson. Yeah.
You know what's weird about that? I'll tell you right now, because I was watching an old clip of 24CH. Dale was on the episode, and Tokarski just played, and Dale's singing, "Take a load off Fanny," that song. He's like, "Take a load off Ticker," because they call him Ticker, right? And I remember watching that just out of the blue the other day, and then like him and Tokarski, Dale and Tokarski were good buddies. So that's a good story. I can't believe Tokarski's in Buffalo. It's so funny. For those of you joining, by the way, we're going to wrap up very soon. So if you want to come on the show, give you guys one more chance, live at habstonight.com. Email us and you can come on, chat about the game. Just real quick, get your thoughts in there, have some fun. It's still weird that the season is starting. It feels like I'm in a vortex or something. It's just like, I don't know. It's a cool feeling. Obviously, we wished for a better result, but it did look like a first game of the regular season. Yeah. And did you notice, like, I got to point this out. Did you notice the atmosphere, like after 19 months, and it's still silent in Scotiabank Arena? I thought that was crazy. Like, I don't know, man, that atmosphere, not for me.
Yeah. As soon as the lady singing the anthem put her mic up for the fans to sing, and like, you could barely hear the anthem.
Half of them
that
singing.
Right then and there. I'm like, what the hell? Like, this is your first game home, like in a long time, with full capacity, and the atmosphere was dead, and your team won.
Yeah.
And instead of that, they just kept booing the refs for not calling a penalty that shouldn't have been called. So the entire atmosphere in that arena, just, I don't know.
And you still had the suits not showing up at the beginning of the second period. Like in the middle of center ice behind the benches, like the suits, like half the section's empty, or to both sides. Like, I don't know. I don't get Toronto, man. Like, I guess they're probably still, I say that, and like Leaf fans have been through so much pain that I guess, they have to give them a reason to cheer. But you know what? They were the loudest, like you said, Shane, when they were calling penalties. And I was like, oh my gosh, like it was like, anyway, we got to acknowledge this. Alex Ovechkin tying Niagara Falls native, by the way, I'm in Niagara Falls for those who didn't know, Marcel Dion, tying him for 5th all-time. Shaner. We got to mention Ovi. Nick did a drawing of Ovi. Dale sent it to him and said thank you to Nick. She's in the green room right now. I can see you smiling right now because you're like, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Sick.
That's right. So, man, Ovi tying Marcel Dion. That's amazing. I love it. That's a cool story.
He's going for Gretzky.
He's going.
He's gonna do it.
I can't wait for Wayne Gretzky and the Dutch Gretzky to have an episode. I can't wait. I'm hoping. I'm praying. You know,
I mean, Wayne is in the media now. Wayne is in the media. So, hey, Wayne, if you're watching,
not only that, but he's got a winery the next town over, and he does show up there once in a while. So I'll see what I can find out. So
there you go. Go harass him. Hey,
right?
To come on my show, guy.
That'll get him on. Wayne, you got to come on the show. But yeah, man, that'll be a blast. That'll be so much fun. Okay, guys. So we're getting down to the wire here on the show. We're probably going to go at it tomorrow again, too. I don't know about a pregame yet. We'll see about a postgame. We're going to set a schedule. The Habs Tonight team is going to set a schedule because our lives are getting busier and busier. And, Brando, of course, being a new dad, he's busy as heck, but he came on for the pregame, which is awesome. So thanks again to Brando for that. And, yeah, Shaner. So what are your final thoughts? And again, we'll see how we do tomorrow.
Yeah. First thing, like one guy that stood out for me is Kulak tonight. And we know, like in the bubble, him and Petrie really gelled and they were fantastic. Really, they complemented each other really well. Tonight, I thought he had a good game and nothing crazy, but still he had an assist. Good numbers and played well. But when Edmundson comes back, which I do prefer Edmundson with Petrie over Kulak and Petrie. So, I mean, you can't break up that duo. They're so reliable. But when Kulak gets bumped down, right, where does he go? And does he even come out of the lineup? What do you think?
Yeah, I like Kulak with Romy. I think that I mean, I do, but I'm also willing to see Romy with Savard. Mm-hmm. So Edmundson, Petrie, Romy, Savard, and then maybe Weidman, Kulak. I mean, I'd be fine
Sherrod out.
But Sherrod, geez. Wow. No, actually, I wouldn't want that. And I told you guys I just met Ben Sherrod's second cousin, by the way. So, I didn't just meet him. Like I just was informed, a guy that I go to church with, mentioned, of course, that Sherrod is his second cousin. And I know his last name's Sherrod. But anyway, bunny trail. I do not want to take Ben Sherrod out of the lineup. So I'm going to have to figure that one out. But yeah, man, I just hope we bounce back tomorrow. But it just seems like there's going to be a lot of juggling until these guys get back in the lineup. Edmundson and Hoffman, notably.
Yeah, that's it. Two key guys, really, that you want to come get back as soon as possible. But yeah, for me, like Kulak, again, with Petrie, that goes well. When he moves down and he plays with someone else, I don't know. It's hard for him to get. It seems like it's hard for him to get chemistry with all the other guys. Like he knows Petrie well, apparently, I guess. So, I really like seeing those two together. But when Edmundson comes back, like Weidman is good on the power play, so you can't really take him out now. I mean, might have to be Kulak that comes out.
Yeah, I think Kulak might be the guy, unfortunately.
So he goes from the top pairing to in the stands. That's pretty bad. Yeah. I mean, I guess it's a good problem to have in a way that your extra defenseman is still a reliable guy that you can bring in if you have an injury or if a guy is in a slump or whatever. It's a weird situation. Poor Brett Kulak, man. I feel bad for the guy.
Yeah. He's a bargain of a deal too. Like he's mobile. I like the last thing I remember Kulak did was in game 4 of the Stanley Cup Finals, brought the puck up the ice so elegantly. And then I think that was Josh Anderson's goal or Romanov's goal when we actually beat Tampa to go to game 5. But anyway, but that was when Kulak, I think, Romy came back into the lineup, but Kulak can still be relied upon. And that's what sucks is like, if you have to take him out of the lineup, he's not playing bad. You're just trying to have better chemistry with the guys that are playing. Just want to let you guys know, a lot of new merchandise is going to be released soon, but also winter gear. I mean, we got some hoodies. As you can see, our hats. If you guys want to support us, if you're really enjoying Habs Tonight, check it out. habstonight.net is our website. You can check out the new merch there. There's really cool stuff for kids and just all kinds of stuff, for, back to school, which of course just happened about a month and a half ago. Lots of winter gear available. And if you haven't seen the toques, Nick designed a beautiful Habs Tonight toque. My gosh, it's gorgeous.
So nice.
And if you haven't mentioned it yet, I'm sorry, but I just teased it right now. So anyways, but from here, we want to ask you guys to follow us on social media at Habs Tonight if you don't already. And conveniently in Shaner and I's name tags, we have our Twitter handles there too. So we got Drouin and how he is feeling mentally here from TSN 690 Radio. Better. My head's better, more focus. Going to the rink is a completely different experience. Wow, that's really cool. That's really cool. Coming from the Del Mar postgame show, where I've appeared on several times with the TSN guys, a really fun show to listen to, where Habs fans do not hold back. They go off. Oh my gosh, that show is a riot. So good stuff, man. But yeah, subscribe to the YouTube channel, guys. Please subscribe. Please support us. NHL interviews coming your way. We got a few that we're working on. Nick, I don't know if I can tease Friday's guest. Can I let them know? Yes, that Carl Alsner will be coming on the show Friday. Habs Tonight. I thought you said yes. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm fired. Live on the air. Okay, well,
he's not coming on Friday, but he will be coming.
Okay. I was like, I'm in trouble right now. I thought she nodded yes, and then she was like, no, thank you for saving the day there. Oh my gosh. I was like, they're going to need a new co-host for post games. Anyway. All right, Shaner, I'll shut up for a minute and I'll let you sign us off here. Just, because I feel like it. So
Sure thing. Well, next Wednesday, Cans is back as well.
Yes.
AJ Galante from the Danbury Trashers. I absolutely love that show. It was amazing. We get to have him on. It's going to be a great talk with Brando and Derek. Can't wait for that. And tomorrow, if anyone downtown wants to come to McLean's Pub, I will be there along with producer James. Come say hi. Have a beer with us. Watch the game.
Woo.
Yep. So, that's all I got to say. It's the first game of the season, guys. Habs activity, right? Tomorrow playing Buffalo. Like I don't want to jinx anything, really. Like I feel like I could look back at this and really punch myself in the face, but like playing Buffalo, guys. So feel excited. Yeah. Hockey's back, damn it. So it's a good time. We like this.
Yeah, we're gonna stir up the positivity for sure. That's our version. That's our version of positivity. You can get your Habsivity shirt on habstonight.net. Just throw that out there too. And that's all I'm gonna say for now. But also gonna get a look at Is it Montembeault tomorrow?
Yeah. Should be. Unless you want to go first look at him, twice, right? But I would play Samuel Montembeault tomorrow. Monty, as Brando called him. But Monty, that's a good nickname. But yeah, I like what he did in preseason. Obviously, he got let up because the team was not there that night, but he still held his own. And while we wait for Carey, I think this is good. Alan showed us tonight he's ready to play, and yeah, I'm excited for Monty. Yeah, that's what we're going to call him, Monty.
Yeah, it's kind of a perfect situation to put him in tomorrow against Buffalo, though, isn't it?
I think it's good timing.
Not to put down the Sabres again, and I'm not trying to. We tried to get Melody Martin on the pregame for tomorrow, but she didn't respond. So we'll see what we can do. But tomorrow, tune in, guys. And as you saw, a lot of content came out this past week. Dale talking about his good buddy Carey Price, what he thinks of Mark Bergevin, what he really thinks. And there's a lot of great clips in there. So plenty of stuff coming out on the regular, but thank you to the comment that we just saw a moment ago. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's not possible without you guys watching, so don't thank us, we thank you. But we appreciate the thanks anyway. So Shaner will sign off tonight. Go Habs, go. And it was really good to jump on again with you here, buddy.
Feels good to be back. I miss this. This is nice.
You got
hopefully a win next though, but yeah.
Nice. Hopefully we'll bounce right back tomorrow, celebrating a W. So thank you to everybody who tuned in on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube tonight, wherever you joined us from. We'll be seeing you again very soon. Habs Tonight is back. The Canadiens are back. The NHL is back. So thank you guys. Great to have you, and we'll see you again very, very soon.